good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today we are back with another discussion video. This time around, I am going to be reviewing Stranger Things. I know it's been a long time coming. I have never talked about Stranger Things on this channel in particular. At least I don't think I have, but I mean, who knows? Maybe I have talked about Stranger Things and I've forgotten. But I've never talked about the show, and I feel like the reason being is because I think when I started doing stuff on this channel, like legitimately doing stuff, I think pretty sure season 4 had already been said and done. I'd already watched it and all that sort of stuff, so I didn't bother doing a thing on it. I didn't bother talking about it. And I felt like with season 5 coming out, I thought I should do like a full review of the show. Just talk about the things that I loved from the show and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I don't know, because this show started my junior year of high school, which is crazy. It started 10 years ago. Like, well, not 10 years ago. I would say 9 years. Started in 2016. I think like middle of the year or something like that. So it's, I mean, 10 years basically. You know, if you want to say 10 years, say 10 years. But that's crazy, because I was like 16, 17 in my junior year of high school. And man, the fact that this show came out is crazy. What I will say about this show, Netflix is never, ever going to produce or make a show this good. This is where they've peaked. I don't see Netflix making another Stranger Things, like not another Stranger Things like a spinoff, but they're not going to make another hit show like this. This is it. Avatar is not going to meet those standards. If they do more Black Mirror, that's not going to meet any of those standards. Like, Black Mirror, like, and Avatar are the only shows on Netflix I am watching. Once those are said and gone, I'm probably going to stop watching Netflix. You know, that's just kind of how it is. But, yeah, this show is special, man. It's crazy how good this show is. And it's got like a complete full storyline. I don't think there's any like misses with this show. Like, obviously I prefer other seasons more than others, but regardless, we are going to review Stranger Things, and we're gonna review each season. So how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna rank the seasons from 1 to 5 in order. Basically my personal opinion on which seasons I preferred over others, but I'm also going to give the seasons a rating as well, because I think it's deserved. But yeah, man, let's get into it, because this show's crazy. So we're gonna start with at number 5. We are going to start with season 1. Season 1 is probably my least favorite season. It's also like it's where Stranger Things started, right? And every show has their start and end point, you know? But I don't know. I feel like this season was the weakest season out of the whole series. If you like, I bet if you go back and watch it, like, the show's really, really weak at this point, because it's the beginnings, you know? It's the small beginnings. This was like, they didn't know if this show was gonna go anywhere, and it did, because it's so, like, I think the one word I can use for Stranger Things, the show's captivating. Like, this is something you want to watch. You know, like, there's so much mystery and like things going on that you're just like, you have questions about that you want answered. The show is just that captivating that you want these questions to be answered. And I feel like this season and then the next one I'm going to put in this list, I feel like they're the most forgettable seasons. And mainly because both these seasons came out 1 year after the other, which is, so, like, it's crazy that that's the case. And then the next 3 seasons, they, like, it took 3 years or something to produce those, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Well, 2 years probably for season 3, but like 3 years for season 4 and 5, which is wild. That's nuts. Like, I'm pretty sure, if, just to clarify, I did look up the release times because I was curious. Let's see, how many Stranger Things season releases. So, see if it actually wants to load. Okay, so season 1 came out in July of 2016. Then season 2 came out October 27th, 2017. I think that's... I had already graduated by that point. That's right. Season 2 came out around Halloween. That is wild. But then season 1 released on July 15th, 2016. Season 3 comes out 2 years later, July 4th, which is crazy. And then season 4 came out in 2 parts in 2022. Okay, so not 3. So I think it was 3 years for season 5, but 2 years apart for season 3 and 4, but 1 year apart for season 1 and 2. That's interesting. But season 5, I think, had the highest production value. But that is interesting that those seasons came out. But I do give season 1 here a 7 out of 10. Because, again, I do think it's the most, like, forgettable. It's where the show started, but it's the most forgettable season for me. It's not my favorite season. It's where the show got its start. But, like, I don't... I think about and go back to this season. I'm like, I don't really, like... I'm not fond of this season, you know? I think, like, the show got better each season. And I know probably a lot of people expect me to go, like, from number 5, it's going to be season 1, number 4, season 2, blah, blah, blah. It's going to go in order. It's not. I kind of, like, change the order around because there's one season that I prefer over another. But regardless, let's get into the next one here, which is going to be at number 4, season 2. Season 2, again, I feel like it's another forgettable season for me. I don't know, because I remember it, but it's kind of like season 1 where, like, it's, I don't know, those 2 seasons I feel like are, like, I don't know, they kind of merge well together, like they're their own little 2-part thing. But then you look at, like, season, I don't know, 3 and 4, I don't know if you connect those at all. I think I would. You could maybe make them they're all part of this, like, this whole show is all part of the same story, but, like, when you pair things together, like, season 1 and 2 go hand in hand, season 3 and 4 you could say go hand in hand as well. But then you look at, like, season 5 is its own complete thing. It's its own season. Like, it doesn't connect, it connects all the way through, but it doesn't, like, you can't pair it with another season, you know? I mean, you could pair season 4 and 5 if you want to say that, but I don't know. But I do give season 2 here an 8 out of 10 just because it's a little better than the first season, but also, like, I don't know. It's really hard to, like, for season 1, 2, because those are the early seasons. Like, I don't remember them as well as the others. I know what season 1 was when they just introduced the Demogorgon. Season 2 was when they had the Demogorgon dogs. Like, they always introduce something new in every season. And yeah, I don't know, like, this season doesn't do it for me as much as the other seasons, but, like, I do put it at number 4. I put it above season 1 because it is, like, a step up in the show's quality and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this show, it's still really good regardless of how I feel about the seasons. Like, the show is phenomenal. It's crazy how good the show is, and Netflix is never going to make another show like this. They can't. They're not going to. There's no way. I think this is where Netflix peaks, in my personal opinion. Like, there is no peaking above Stranger Things. If they do that, I'll be shocked. Truly, I will be. Because anything Netflix has been putting out other than Avatar and Black Mirror has not interested me in the slightest. But yeah, and then getting into number 3, some people might think I'm crazy for this placement. Number 3 is going to be season 4. Now, season 4 arguably is probably, like, it's up there with the best seasons. Like, it's, some people might even put it above 5. I don't know if you would, but me personally, I like season 4, but I don't know. There's something about season 4 that doesn't scream, this is up there with the greats, you know? Like, I put it in the middle because I feel like that's where it stands for me. Like, everyone talks about, like, the running up the hill thing, and, like, obviously introducing Vecna is another crazy thing, right? Introducing a brand new character into the show. it's just wild to me. You know, it's a good, again, it's a good season, don't get me wrong, and I give it a 9 out of 10 because production is up there, like the themes of the season is really cool. The Hellfire Club, all Eddie, like the whole Metallica thing, that scene is really cool, but like, I don't know. Even though the season was really good, I don't place it above my next pick. Just, I don't know what it is, but like something about the next placement here makes me love it over season 4. Because everyone loves this season. It's a great season in between, like going into 5. It's a great, like, I don't know. Season's good and all. It's just I do prefer the other seasons, but yeah, I don't know. It's a really good season. It really kind of opens up things, and yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I can say about the season other than I really did like it. I did. Also, I think what the Bats and Vecna were like the new introduction here for the season, because every season they introduce a new entity, which is interesting. And it's crazy. It's cool. But yeah, I gave it an 9 out of 10 because, again, production value is super high and it's up there. But moving on to second placement here, which is going to be season 3. I love season 3 over season 4. And I will pick that every single time. Now, the reason why I prefer season 3 over season 4 is the whole, I don't know. I like the vibe of this season more than the vibe of season 4. Season 4 or season 3 feels like, I don't know, this perfect in between where like it's like obviously this came out on the 4th of July, and it's you got the Starcourt Mall, all like the advertise, like all the lead up to this season that they were doing was insane. Because like you didn't know where they were gonna go with this, and they were just doing like Starcourt Mall advertisements. It was cool with Sony, and the fact that this is happening during 4th of July was also really cool. But then you look at like the season 4 is so dark. You know, it's such a dark season compared to season 3. Season 3, it's bright, it's fun, it's during like the summertime. There just something about it I preferred over season 4. I think it was the vibe and the time that it takes place in. But like, because you look at like season 1, 2, there's like those seasons are like there's so many unknowns, and it's like it's just a bunch of kids. Then you look at like season 4 and 5, real dark. Real dark. You know the stakes in both those seasons. But here it's like the perfect in between, and like everyone's so carefree, but everyone's growing up, but like it's summertime. It's a good time. It's a good vibe. I give it a 10. And this is placement number 2 for me, just because I love the vibe of the whole season. I love the mall. I love the Starcourt Mall. What I love even more is, like, obviously they keep teasing like all these people go into this place and building a monster or something. And then the ending fight in the mall, man, is so good, dude. So good. It's just, I don't know. Like, because you look at season 1, 2, and all the things they were introducing, the Demogorgon, the Gorgon dogs. Then season 3 is like, you know what? Giant meat monster. Like, it's just insane. And it looks like the actual thing that they've been teasing, you know, the Mind Flare. So it's just, I don't know, man. This season just takes the cake for me. I would have put it at number 1 if, you know, season 5 didn't do what it did to me. I'd put this at number 1. Like, it was just the time I was watching it at, like, I think it was, this season came out right before COVID too, which probably was, I mean, no one knew COVID was happening, but like it came out at like a pretty good time, you know? So good. But jumping into the next thing here, which obviously you guys probably have guessed it, at number 1 is season 5 for me. 11 out of 10. It's such a perfect season because obviously, like, the season itself is split into 3 parts. You've got what, the first 3 episodes, I think the first 4 episodes coming out before Thanksgiving. you got the next 3 episodes coming out Christmas Day, and then you've got the last episode coming out on December 31st, so New Year's Eve. This is the best season they've done. And like, obviously a 3-year wait, it's a long time, but like, I think the payoff was worth it. I think you could tell because they took a year with season 1 and 2 in between. For season 3 and 4, 2 years. And then like for this season 3, they wanted to get it right, and I think they did a phenomenal job. And it's crazy how good this season is. I'm not going to spoil anything, because realistically, I mean, sure, maybe there's stuff to spoil, right? But I think like everyone needs to experience this season in full. I will say I love what they introduced. I love the story. I love like every little bit and piece of this thing. I think for like the first 4 episodes, I don't think like, I can't remember. I think the first 7 episodes, like, I loved, and I didn't like cry or anything. I will say for this last episode, for the finale of the series, I cried 5 different times. I'm not kidding. It's why I give it an 11 out of 10, because I cried 5. Like, I didn't cry at all through the first 7 episodes at all. I cried 5 different times in this one episode. There are so many tear-jerking moments, both sad tears and happy tears. It's crazy. And it's why I place this at number 1, because if like 7 of the episodes don't get you and the final one does, that's insane. It's crazy to me how good this season is. Like, season 5 is definitely the best. So just in case you've forgotten the order here, I put season 5 at number 1, season 3 at number 2, season 4 at number 3, and then season 2 at number 4, and then season 1 at number 5. That's my order of operations here. That's where I place everything. Dude, the Duffer Brothers nailed it. I'm wondering if they're doing other projects. I would assume it might be a yes, it might be a no, but like, I don't think Netflix or the Duffer Brothers, I don't think they're going to make a project as good as this. I would be shocked if they decide to do a spin-off, a sequel, because I think that would piss a lot of people off. Me personally, I don't think they should. I think Stranger Things needs to not be touched, because if they start doing a Star Wars or a Marvel, I think you make the fans mad, because the show ended perfectly. There is no reason to do more with it. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. Why are you doing more with it when it's said and done? You know, and obviously the answer being money, but it's like, you don't need to touch this. It's perfect the way it is. Don't ruin it. You know, leave it. Because also what's cool is like, I don't know, the way I'm not, again, no spoilers, but like the way they end the show with the final episode, there's no room to make a sequel, and I don't think they should, because if they do, I'd be really upset. I will say, like, there is a scene, I won't say what it is, but there is a scene where I do cringe a little bit, and that's like the first time like I've had that cringe feeling in Stranger Things, because I knew it was coming in the whole season, but like, I don't know, man. Like, this, other than that, like, this show, like, I do give the whole thing an 11 out of 10. Like, it would have been a 10 if not when the final episode dropped. It became an 11. You know, it's kind of perfect. But no, man, this show is phenomenal. Netflix will never peak beyond this. They're never gonna make anything better than Stranger Things. I will say that with confidence. Like, I don't know, man. I think Netflix has kind of run its course after the show ended. Like, I think this is it. This is where they plateau. All they're gonna make from here on out is mid content. That's it. They're not gonna make anything better than Stranger Things, and that's the truth. Like, I don't see that happening at all. But again, this show was phenomenal. I'm glad I've been watching it all these years. It's funny, like I have more memorable, like, I remember watching season 3, 4, and 5. Season 1 and 2 are kind of the most forgettable seasons, and it's why I placed them so low. But you know, man, this show is phenomenal. It's a really good show. If you haven't watched it, oh boy, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. It's a long treat, but it's a treat that's worth diving into, you know? So yeah, again, the show overall, I mean, it's great. It's a phenomenal show. Netflix plateaued with this show, and they're not going beyond this. So, but I thought I'd do a review of the show just because I've watched it. I've never talked about it on the channel, but this show is phenomenal. 11 out of 10 for just the final season, and yeah, man, crazy show. But anywho, thank you guys for watching, hanging out. I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.